It's time for Gardening Inside Out, a live show offering you plant advice for any space in your life. Introducing your perennial hosts, David Bates and Josh Carey.
Hey, and welcome in, everybody. It's Saturday morning. It's time for Gardening Inside Out, coming to you alive from Nashville, Tennessee.
That's right.
We do it every Saturday morning.
Also known as Music City, USA.
And to bring it in just a little closer, we're coming to you from the Green Room Studios at Bates Nursery and Garden Center.
The Athens of the South.
The Garden Center?
No, that's just another of Nashville's monikers.
Oh.
Or alternate monikers. But
Okay.
welcome in all.
The Buckle of the Bible Belt? Heard that one too?
I've heard that one, yeah.
Okay.
So we'll just let it stay right there.
Daddy will take the belt off and... Ooh.
Yeah, I've had the buckle in.
I had to have the buckle end as well.
I think that was in the Old Testament days, which maybe you and I were both raised in, but we'll digress.
We were there for the publishing of the Old Testament.
Yeah. Hey, let's go to the weather. What do you say?
Okay.
Today is Saturday, the 20th of September, and fall is nigh upon us. Going to be mostly sunny today, 93 degrees, and we have realistic aspirational hopes for precipitation in the near future.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
That's really good news. Well, we'll see.
Okay.
Sunday, 88 for the high. Still warm, but afternoon showers. Not too much. Maybe 0.04 of an inch. On Monday, a much better chance, 0.41, 86.66. Cooling down a bit on Tuesday, 82.69 with perhaps a close to a half inch. On Wednesday, it looks like our greatest chance of precipitation. And cooler temps still, 77.66. And maybe an inch of rain. Thursday, 81.62 with maybe a quarter of an inch, a couple of tenths. On Friday, a few showers remaining, 78.61. So, this is a really good forecast. A week ago, there was nothing in the extended forecast for precipitation. So we'll take it any part we can get. We hope everybody gets some rain because we need it. And, that's the nature of it. Speaking of rain, let's look for that. There's a blob. You see this blob out here? Southwest Missouri, northwest Arkansas. Kind of moving this direction, so we'll see if any of that's probably some of what may arrive tomorrow afternoon, maybe a little bit of it. The 6 to 10 day precip outlook, you can look for wherever you are and get a sense of that. In the upper Midwest, middle central plains, it's the only area that's going to kind of be on the dry side. Everywhere else appears to be above normal. And Nashville, Tennessee, and the entirety of the state, for that matter, seems to be in that range. So good news for many with regard to that. It is currently 65.8, so say 66 degrees, and we haven't had any. We had 3,800s here at the nursery. Now, not everyone got that rain, but we did get another very much appreciated pour down. I mean, it came down hard for just a minute, and then it went away. Inches 7300ths for the month, 44.17 for the year. And again, it's 66 degrees. Live from the green room here at Bates Nursery and Garden Center.
Yep.
So there's all there is about that. And we're a long-standing duo, Josh. We have done this for almost eons.
Almost.
And it's been a while, and we're grateful for that. But we've gotten to the point where we have matured enough to know that perhaps it would help to have additional support.
Some help.
Well, plus it just
keeps everything fresh and nice.
The camera gets tired of looking at us.
No, it doesn't.
Always has.
Tired.
Camera fatigue is a largely under-reported phenomenon.
I see.
But that's why we have Caroline Gant, Austin Lowen alongside. Welcome in, guys.
Good morning.
Glad to have you as always. Tyler Blankenship across the way there.
He's back. Tyler's back. Tyler Cam.
I thought I'd come back
Tyler
and it'd be
Cam?
cooler, but it was not. Oh, I'm
Tyler
sorry.
Cam.
I forgot to hit the button.
Hey.
There he is.
And we want to give a big shout out to Rachel Chapman, who capably filled in last week. The best I can determine, she was nearly flawless in her execution. So thank you, Rachel. We really appreciate that. And I know Tyler does, because
Big thanks.
it takes the pressure off of the necessity for being here every single week, which he normally is. But you know, everyone needs a break. So
Yes.
thank you, Tyler, for your weekly presence, and Rachel for being on the ready to fill in when you need to step away for a minute. So, Austin, Caroline, you know, what's, I don't know about you guys. I'm sure Austin's noticed, because he's been heavily involved. There's been quite a lot of trucks come in this week, a lot of plant material. It's a flurry of activity at Bates Nursery, and the prospects of rain only help for gardeners. And, you know, that's who you are. That's who's listening out here.
Yes.
Gardeners, it's a really good opportunity to come out this weekend and get some planting preparations done, whether it's actual planting or just making preparations for it.
Procurement.
It's a really good time.
Yes.
So talk to that, or whatever you got on your mind.
Well, it's kind of like fall just dumped on us over the past few days.
Yeah.
Like we got all of our, not all, but first, sampling of pumpkins in.
Uh-oh.
Tyler and I made a pumpkin video yesterday. It was hilarious. Y'all should check that out. We got tons of pansies. We got tons of mums. We got fall bulbs yesterday. Hey, who's thinking about fall bulbs?
Me.
Tulips, daffodils.
No, that wasn't the one that Sarah made a cameo in, was it? Was that one earlier in
That
the
was our No Down.
No
when,
Down, right, yes.
Sarah said that Austin uses Nerds candy for his
For my rock.
landscaping rocks.
For my it was hilarious. She just came up with that on the spot. I'm like, really? It made me laugh.
But what's funny is we never went back and actually said what you use. I realized that. So we just went with
Moved
Nerds
on.
candy and
Nerds
kept
candy.
on answering questions.
That's the mulch I use. So that was funny. But yeah, mulch.
Yeah, we have that
Mulch
too.
is here.
Mulch is here.
That
We have
did
all the
show up.
plants. We have so many plants that I can't stop buying plants.
Yeah, it's happening.
It is happening.
I meant to buy pansies yesterday, and then I
And you didn't? Are you going to buy them today?
Maybe.
I got half my pansies in the ground.
That's
I
good.
still have one flat on my driveway.
So is it the bottom half, I'm assuming?
The bottom half, yeah,
Okay,
is in.
all right.
Yep, correct. But I do have a bunch I bought. I actually had to take off work yesterday because I had some work done at my house. And I was like, maybe I'll just plant all these things, like the rise and fall bald cypress I bought, the rest of my pansies. I went ahead and loaded back up because I had planted everything a couple weeks ago. But because
Uh-oh.
we're not getting rain,
How
I was
did
like,
that
I'm
happen?
not doing I know. Because everything
get
was
it.
in the ground. It was time to buy more. But I'm just going to wait until we get a little bit of rain because I did not want to run the hose.
Don't blame you.
Yeah.
Well, we're
been
going
dry.
to get some rain, it looks like, this week. So hopefully that creates a positive planting environment for you, Caroline.
I think it
and
will.
for everyone else, for
Yes.
that matter.
We had some guests come out and see us this week. Some guests of the show.
Yes, we did.
The Herbal Essence was out yesterday, gracing us with her presence. Essence, great to see you. She bought some stuff. She bought some
What'd she
biochar,
get?
David.
Oh.
She got some biochar. She got pansies, but she also got a big leaf magnolia. She was so excited about that. She was like, "Do y'all even have these?" And I took her to the secret spot where we keep those.
We have a line of them.
And we had one, and she was in awe. She was out hiking somewhere out there,
No,
and
just-
she saw a bunch, and she needed one.
I'm just curious, does she actually smell like that herbal essence?
Like the shampoo?
like the
She smells
shampoo?
great.
Yeah.
Every time she's been in, she's so cool. Essence, thanks for coming out and seeing us.
She is fantastic. We got some photos from her that we will bring up later on in the program, but I am excited to talk about what she emailed us.
Okay. And she also decided that yesterday was the day she was pulling out those beautiful impatiens that she has. And the pansies are going in. But it's rebirth, people.
Yes.
We've got to do this. Okay. The pansies are fresh and money right now. Got to get them in. Got to get the other pretty stuff out.
It is time.
It's time.
Yeah. You're ready for yours because you pulled out your tunias. They're gone.
Yep.
But that Gomfrina's still going strong.
That Gonfrina's pretty.
I planted the same one. There you go. Put it in your notebook for your segment.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I've got a memory as long as a short piece of string, so I have become a note taker, which
Yes.
I never was in a previous life back when I had short term memory. So, and what was I talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, Take it away, guys.
All right. I'd say we'd get some questions going. What do you think?
I say so. But Essence did say Fall Creek Falls.
Fall Creek Falls is where she was.
And they got big leaves. in
Beautiful.
Falls?
Big leaf magnolias, and they're all in the understory of the trees. That's what's amazing. Like they've got leaves that are like 3-4 foot
huge.
long, like
Yeah.
huge leaves.
Now, are those Magnolia macrophylla, or are they? There's another big leaf magnolia that is not macrophylla, and the name escapes me at the moment. What is that? Cucumber magnolia?
Oh, yeah.
Acuminata?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah, there's those too.
There's a lot of those out there, so sometimes those are confused.
Mm-hmm. It is just
Or
amazing
forgot.
though to see that big of a leaf in tree in general that's in the understory of all the rest of the trees.
Well, it kind of gives credence to the whole Adam and Eve thing when except that they were supposed to be
leaves.
fig leaves and
Yes.
not magnolia leaves, but
But those would have been big enough for sure.
certainly.
Definitely. I saw a huge one in East Nashville years ago, like very mature,
Are they
giant.
deciduous?
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're
Yep.
truly deciduous. Yeah,
Oh.
And they get a
beautiful
little bit
tree.
of dieback
Oh.
too sometimes, don't they, if we get pretty cold?
yeah, they can sometimes a little bit. They're usually pretty hardy around here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good
They do
plant.
look very
really
tropical.
pretty. Yeah.
Hey, Tyler, you're getting a lot of welcome backs.
Hey,
Cool.
Joyce and Pam both say,
Tyler,
Thanks,
three
y'all.
cheers for Tyler. Tyler.
Thanks, y'all. It was good to get away for a minute, but I'm happy to be back, and I didn't really forget anything. So that's
Did you sign
that's a
up any
plus.
new Earth Mix dealers while you were out?
You know, I can't say that I got to talk about dirt with anybody.
Okay.
You know, I did meet somebody who was from Nashville, and so that was nice out there. But a lot of friendly people out that way.
Mm-hmm.
Just not interested in dirt when I talk to them for some reason. I don't know why.
weird.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're glad you're back and glad you had fun.
Oh yeah, I've got some photos to share later.
Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into some questions. We're going to start with a pansy question this morning because we've already talked about them a little bit. Can I prune back my pansies before I plant them to keep them tighter? If so, how should I do this?
Yes, this is a good question. They can get sometimes this time of year a little leggy if you bring them into the greenhouse and they sit for a minute. They'll start to stretch a little, looking for light. And if they've done that for you, yes, I'm a big fan of getting them topped back. Just tight to their foliage. So don't just go like nuts on it, but like all the legginess that you see, the stems that are up above the foliage a little bit, like
Snip, snip.
snip, take them back tight to the best looking leaves.
A thumbnail
And then
is
just wait.
usually sufficient. You don't have to have shears or pruners.
No, yeah, it's not much that you have to do, but it is nice to get them back tight whenever you set them out.
Mm-hmm.
Big
I need
fan
to
of
do
that.
that to my second round because the second flat I bought is a little bit more leggy than the first round that's been in the ground for a few weeks. So, all right, speaking of pruning things back, how much pruning should rue get in the winter? It is leggy. I usually cut mine back to about an inch, but if I have stems that are a little bit green, I'll cut that or keep that a little bit taller because it does push new stems off of that. And mine stays up through the winter. And it actually will grow a little bit until we hit like our really cold February, March. I love that plant. It looks great in mixed containers, little yellow blooms. It smells kind of weird.
Rue is the
Hint-
common name?
And hence
Meadow
hence the saying you rue the day
Yes.
you fail to prune it. So
That's right. It does get, I didn't prune it one year, and the way it grew in the spring the following year was crazy because then it grew off the top, like the little leggy parts that lost the foliage, but then it flopped to the ground and it didn't look great. So yes, you should definitely prune it back and you can give it a really, really heavy prune. But if you don't know much about that plant and you haven't grown it before, it's something we get in the spring. And again, it makes a great cut flower to add to your floral arrangements.
Nice.
I'm a big fan. How do I make my dahlias not so leggy?
At this point, it's kind of the same thing, but I mean, if you cut now, you might see some regrowth. I don't know that you're going to see a rebloom on it at this point in the game.
You think
It kinda
they might
depends.
be in a little bit too much shade for part of the day? It was what it sounds like to
Well,
me. They're
Yeah, if it's
they are,
getting
they
leggy.
are a full sun plant.
That could be what's going on. It could be like the old blooms that were up are looking leggy for you. Like you see they're kind of elongated stems that are kind of done and wanting to flop on you a little bit. Obviously prune off any of the old flower stems that are done. You can certainly do that. And then, like I said, you can give them a cut back to make them a little tighter, but I'm not sure how much regrowth or rebloom you'll get after that. It's almost time to get ready to start thinking about lifting dahlias actually and keeping them, in your basement or something for the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overwinter them. One of your favorites. Do you have any?
I don't have any dahlias this year, no.
Really?
Really? Really, Carolina. I'll grow everything.
All you got to do is leave them out one year, and you won't have them.
No, you don't have to
That
worry
is
about
true. Tyler, do you have any left? Because I know yours were going down one at a time.
They are officially, they never came back. They're gone. And I think it's just because I moved the garden bed that I had there. They were planted in front of a raised bed. And I really just gave that area a run through with my Lupo. So, but now a Miss Huff Lantana has taken its place.
Oh my gosh, my Miss
And a
Huff
bunch of
Lantana
perennials.
looks so good right now.
Yeah, swamp milkweed too. That one was awesome. They're huge and bushy.
Mine is
Love it.
huge. Yeah.
So, speaking of lantana, briefly, saw some incredible specimens of lantana when I was recently in Italy, and some really, truly red ones that I had never seen that color. They had maybe one little row of yellow or orange in it, but it was red. So you don't see
Rojo.
I have never seen that real red before. Of course, these in the Mediterranean climate, they don't really die back. So they were pretty impressive.
Nice.
Yeah,
Enough out of me.
Oh, keep going. Especially if you're talking about lantana. I mean, mine, like I said, is just it hasn't stopped, and I haven't watered it.
Renee got photographs where we took no cuttings.
Probably smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you
got
Customs-
nailed for that back in the day. for
Customs
coming
can
back
get
out of
tough on you.
McMurdo
Yeah.
Sound.
That's
So,
right.
Okay.
Well, I do want to see those photos because that sounds stunning, and I am a huge lantana fan.
And Tyler, you said yours was like a shrub now, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, just
it's like
shrubby, beautiful.
5 feet across, 3 feet tall.
That's about how mine is too. Yeah. I have like a little row of them.
I did have several people recently tell me in confidence that they had been to some botanical gardens and seen some hydrangeas they really loved, and pieces just happened to break off and fall into their
It happens.
purse.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
happens.
So there's that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Or do it if you can get away with it.
Well,
Don't do it at Opryland Hotel. I've had friends who have tried and have been like, don't. And it immediately, they are watching.
It's a federal offense at the Opryland Hotel.
Don't want that.
God, I love walking around there. If you're in the Middle Tennessee area and you have not been, just to walk around and look at all the plants they have inside. You don't have to pay to get in. You just walk in and
You got to pay
Bring
to
your
park.
coffee.
You gotta
No,
pay.
you don't.
You
I
got.
park at the mall and there's a little
I was
crosswalk.
gonna say you got to pay to get out. You don't have to pay to get in.
No, you can make it free if you want to walk, if you want to go for a stroll.
You still got your pass?
Yeah.
I do too.
Actually, I just went through my glove box in my truck. I think I have 4
Oh.
in there.
Oh, okay.
For parking passes?
No, we don't have them anymore.
No. Wow.
No WSM.
Look at that.
passes. We don't have those.
All right, let's talk hydrangea.
Got
We
a
do get
key,
this
too.
question a lot, but let's go ahead and talk it through. When is the best time to move a big leaf hydrangea? It's currently in too much sun, Josh.
It's happened.
You've moved yours and it's happier.
Oh, I had the Eclipse hydrangeas as the ones that I had to move.
Yeah.
They're still in containers because I'm thinking. Of
Speaking of Eclipse hydrangea, I know I brought one to my house, yet there's no evidence it was ever there. So I've got to acquire one to incorporate into our
I
landscape.
thought I killed it a second time. You can have that one.
Yeah.
if you want.
There seems to be widespread amnesia with respect to that. I know I brought one home, but anyway,
Where would it have gone? Died.
it would have gone away.
Rolled into the trash.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gone to some place that it never was because it.
Well, you've talked about it. How nice it looked in your
Well,
garden.
you know, and I didn't. This is like on the north side of the house, and behind a Japanese maple. I go, well, that's not a dark leafed hydrangea. That's a green leaf. And, and I asked someone standing nearby.
I have no idea. She had no knowledge.
I don't remember. So maybe it was a figment of my imagination.
Figment.
It does happen.
It does happen.
No, you had one. I remember.
Yes.
You did have one.
Because I think we all bought them on the same day.
We
which
did.
was-
They came in and everybody had to have one, so no customers got them. Why don't we just make an unsmooth segue here? If you're thinking about planting any kind of plant, be it hydrangea or otherwise, there's a soil mix that is right for every different application, and that is Earth Mix Garden Products. And Earth Mix is made right here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
We do it here, and we do it here because we're persnickety about our soils. We don't. One of the big gripes with some soils you see out there is that you might buy one bag and it's pretty good, and you buy the next one and it's not like the other bag.
Wow.
And so there's a lot of variance between those. Earth Mix, we use a small batch process, and we take a lot of pains to make sure that every batch is the same as the one before.
Quality control.
Absolutely. And we're doing things constantly to improve the quality.
Yes.
Soon, biochar will be a part of our process. We're getting well along in that, so it will be incorporated into the supernatural compost and therefore into several other products downstream that use supernatural as one of the inputs. So it doesn't matter which Earth Mix product you choose, you're assured of always getting 100% organic, absolutely sustainably produced. There's no fillers, there's no chemicals. It's only the very best stuff that Mother Nature provides, because that's the way we want to do it at Earth Mix. And Earth Mix is available at fine garden centers all over Middle Tennessee, Kentucky, Northern Alabama, and even way out in Crested Butte, Colorado.
Wow.
And encourage you to support all these great folks. Help them to, get to show you what the Earth Mix difference is all about, because it really does make a difference. So check it out. If you want to find a location nearest you, go to earthmix.net and click on the Find Earth Mix tab right there in the upper right corner. You can either put your address in or just simply zoom in for a location near you. So check that out. Remember this, success in gardening begins at the ground level when you use Earth Mix garden products. And what is it you like to say, Josh?
I love to say it takes 4 things for a happy garden.
What are they, pray tell?
Sunshine,
Okay.
water, plants,
Mm-hmm.
and Earth Mix.
That's so magical.
It is.
Love it.
It really
So
is.
thanks for giving us a moment to talk about that.
Uh-huh.
And you know what? It makes
It works, folks.
It takes the work out of
Yeah,
your
it really
gardening
does.
because your success rate will go way up. So,
But right before the commercial, we had the question about transplanting. On my Eclipse, I waited until they were dormant. I kept them in ICU all summer long and then waited for dormancy. Then I pulled them up. So
Yeah, good time to do it. Thank you for bringing it back around, because we didn't ever answer
I
the
didn't get to
question.
the bottom of it.
No, but that's definitely the answer. Yes, let's let those leaves drop, because if you move it now, you're going to see some leaf wilt heavy, like heavy for the rest. And,
don't want that.
yeah, and it's about that time. So just wait it out. We're almost there.
We're almost there. That's right. You know what? Before we get to your segment, while we're talking about transplanting stuff, I had to dig up 2 dogwoods before I had work done at my house yesterday. They had been in ground since
I'm
2018.
glad you clarified that about having work done.
Yeah, just so you know, I wasn't moving them just for fun.
Okay.
They had to go, so they didn't get run over. But I thought since they had been in the ground that long, they might be hard to dig, and you were wondering if they were. I had them up within under a minute, each of them, with the ground dry and everything. So those grow
press
real
it?
slow.
And that's what soil preparation does for you. It gives you that nice friable soil.
Did
That's
you
right.
pre-soak it all?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
I started to with one, and then I was like, I'm just going to try it, and it came right up. So then the other one did too.
Yeah, which honestly doesn't surprise me all that much. Dogwoods are notorious like rooters that are not all that rooty. Does that make sense?
That does make
That
sense.
are not all that rude.
They're not, y'all. Like we get dogwoods in for like small dogwoods that come in. Like a lot of times you got to be real careful about like carrying them by the stem. A lot of trees are super rooted. You just grab them by the stem, move them around.
But what we are seeing, and I know we're only delaying your time in the spotlight, Austin, so my
okay.
apologies for that.
It's okay.
The growers are doing a much better job. They're growing them for an extra season to allow that root system to more fully develop, because obviously they've had to do a lot of replacement on those due to not being really well rooted. It takes more than a year to get those from a bare root stage into a saleable container grown plant. So, and I think they have finally embraced that. We're seeing much tighter root systems in the containers as a result.
Definitely. This last crop we got was really nice.
And the loss rate by association is far less. I mean, almost zero. So
Perfect. Well, mine are sitting in a kiddie pool right now.
Kiddie pool.
Nice. Where they should be.
That's
Yes.
right. But where are we now? And what are we doing?
What's in bloom?
Where are
Okay.
Where are we?
I don't know.
I
even
meant,
sure.
where are we within the show?
Oh, okay. Got you. Now I got you.
Not
All right,
even
here we
sure
go.
if this is what's in bloom
Yeah.
still.
It is. It's what's in
It
bloom.
is?
You know what? There's
Is
still
it-
things blooming, y'all. You're talking about your lantana, talking about my gomphrena. Gosh, that gomphrena has just started and never stopped. You should be growing gomphrena for sure. Celosia right now is really pretty. Love it in the fall. We actually sell it as like kind of a fall mixed container kind of plant because it's got really good
Outstanding.
foliage. Yeah, and it's in full bloom right now. I saw some really pretty ones on the way in. Morning Glory still going off. Every morning they're just showing their stuff. Nightshade in the opposite time of the day at night, they are starting to throw their blooms up. That's a really pretty plant, by the way. We just call it nightshade. Whatever. The natives, goldenrod, ironweed, Rudbeckia coreopsis, all of those still. Oh, and helianthus too. They're still going off. The helianthus, y'all. The yellow
It is
Yes.
going crazy this year.
popping this year, like really pretty. Perennial begonia has brought one in the studio today. Caroline will tell you all about that later. Got our grasses, shout out Bridge, and we got yucca, which is on its second bloom. Yucca's so weird. It does it every year, and I'm just like,
Really?
yes,
I've
it
never
blooms.
had mine bloom
You've said
first.
this last time I talked about yucca last fall. You were like, no, yucca doesn't bloom. Something. I'm like,
I
drive
never
on
said
the
it
look.
doesn't. I said mine has never done that.
I know, but some of them do. It's like, I don't know if those ones that are blooming now didn't bloom in the spring and they are now. I'm not sure, but yucca's lit up all around town right now.
And to interrupt quickly, there's a whole bed we have down the side of our new landscape at our home that is hardy cactus and yucca, mostly Hesperalo. Now, there are a couple of recoverfoliums of filamentoses in
Sure there
there,
are.
but the Hesperalo or the red yucca, they're still not a native, but they're very nice and
They're gonna
they're
get
blooming
big, though, aren't
wonderfully.
they?
Pardon me?
They're going to get big, aren't they?
They're pretty slow growers.
Okay.
Wouldn't you call them a slow grower?
Yeah.
Often they don't get.
No, they're not fast.
They're
to
not going to
there.
get big that fast.
No,
Okay.
we got time. All right, the vines that are going off. Sweet autumn clematis is looking great
We've
right
just
now.
interrupted every other spot on your spot here.
It's
so
okay. It's okay. Hey, Abelia, shout out Adam Chapman. You love that plant. They're
Bye
really
now.
pretty
Be
this
you
year.
later.
That's right. The panicle hydrangea is still showing some color, starting to fade a little bit, but they're starting to fade kind of pretty. I mean, not horrible yet. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna go totally brown soon, but it's not there yet. They're still nice. Hey, the endless summers are throwing some blue and some pink later on those stems that came from the ground. That's what they do, and they're showing some of that this year. Roses, y'all. Roses are money right now. This is about the time when the Rose Society has their big September show where they bring all their cut flowers and they get judged, and I think that's happening very soon. If not, maybe today. I don't know. But this time of year, roses are certainly stunning. We brought some in the room today that are fantastic. Hey, Lespedeza, we got that in the corner. Caroline will tell you about that later. And shout
More
out in the office.
Lespedeza later.
There you go. Lespedeza in the fall. I mean, there's not a shrub that blooms like that in the fall. Like, it's really money right now. All your mums, all your asters, all your pansies. It's fall,
Yes.
y'all. Time to get them out. With the trees, crepe myrtle still going, rosea sharon still going, and magnolia is still spitting some white blooms. And then let's talk about the goat of a tropical plant. Tyler, can we get this picture up? My mother sent me this picture last week around her pool. I got her this plant for Mother's Day. It is the largest growing kind of tropical, awesome plant. Brugmansia, angel trumpet. There it is, Mama. You're doing great. Look at that. We planted that thing for you. I don't even think I did. No, I think you planted it.
And you
Anyway.
know, there's that other Brugmansia that's the devil's trumpet, and those flowers point up.
That's right. This one does
Datura.
point down,
Yep.
which does kind of
And-
annoy me.
What is kind of confusing but they're coming from heaven. If these are angels, so they're pointing down, and then the devil's
They're just
trumpet
yelling
is-
at them. They're just
and then the
honking at 'em.
devil's trumpet are pointing up. So.
up against that brick wall and on that
I don't know.
concrete.
We
and just
seem to have a recurring
living, man.
theme today.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's that spot is what the spot we picked because it is a very hot spot right there. We put an elephant ear there years ago, and that thing's been coming back year after year. It's against that wall. It gets western sun. I actually watered it for about a month ago. It was kind of
You
wilting on
make
her.
cornbread in that spot.
Oh man, yeah, you pretty much could. But I soaked it one day for, and it perked right up. Like literally within like 15 minutes, it was perky again. But like I said, Mama, you're doing great out there. That is just such a tropical looking
Gorgeous.
plant that a lot of times around here comes back for us. We don't sell it that way, but a lot of times angel trumpet does come back from its root system. It will not come back from the top part, but it does come back from the ground if you wait long enough. So if
And
you
it's
need to be
hard
patient,
to dig up if you want to transplant.
very hard to dig up. It's got a crazy root system.
Surprisingly.
But it blooms. It's like I said, that was a picture from last week, and it's still in bloom. Like,
Wow.
what a fantastic tropical looking plant around the pool. Mama, love you. Hope you're doing great. You're the goat, by the way.
So
You're
she
the
might
goat.
consider growing it in a container and planting the whole container in the ground if she wants it to come back reliably hard. That way you just yank the container and you
And
don't
just
have
bring
to
it
do
in.
any digging. So.
Yeah.
You can
We could.
also, that plant roots really easily. So what I've done with mine in the past, because I used to grow it, I don't right now, but I would take cuttings from mine every year,
Yep.
bring them in for the winter, keep them in my laundry room, and then just stick them back in the dirt.
Yeah, there is literally no easier woody plant to root than that plant.
Really?
Like, yeah, when
Okay.
where I used to work years ago, we used to propagate it, and we would just take sticks, like this long sticks, like that wide. Like you would never think in a million, you just stick this in dirt and it's going to root. It does, and it does it very quickly, and then it blooms off that wood that season. Like, such a good point to take cuttings if you're worried about it coming back. Now our site selection was crucial with where we put that plant. So we are hoping we don't have to do any digging, no nothing. It just comes back from the ground. And that's what Mama's hoping for. I know it.
All right.
I bet
Time
it will.
tell.
Mhm.
That's right.
But that is stunning. That's one of my favorite plants.
Really
Been one
good.
of my favorites for like 15 years. It is great. All right, let's get back to some more questions.
Okay.
Let's go. Figs planted for 7 years and have never produced any fruit. It's in full sun.
Well, that's annoying.
He said, ugh.
Got any wasps?
Did they have any idea what cultivar it is by chance?
It does
It's-
not say.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it would be, but that's pretty weird. I mean,
7's a long time.
that's a long time. Now, I don't know if it is producing fruit, they're just not finishing.
Yeah, 'cause
Like
a lot
that
of
can
times-
happen.
Yeah, right now I've got on a fig at our house maybe easily a few hundred
Yeah.
figs on there. But if you look at only on the ends of the branches, they're all marble sized. None of those are going to, they'll never make it. Now down deep, we picked a couple. You can also tell where the chipmunks are scratching their teeth marks on it.
Rascals.
Because they want them ripe the day before you pick them.
Yep. Exactly.
And they got nothing else going on. So
It
they
took
tend
my-
to-
They're just waiting.
It took my brown turkey 4 years before we got any fruit.
Yeah.
And it freezes back every year. So, I
Yeah.
mean, but it's,
and mine freezes
glorious
back
this
most
year.
every year. It's a King Arthur.
yeah.
And it's 8 feet wide and 6 feet tall. It's really amazing.
Now, if we could try to insulate those stems over the wintertime, that might be helpful. I've heard of an old farmer trick doing this one time where he put fencing, like chicken wire fencing around those stems, piling up the leaves from the end of the season to like
I've
keep
even-
the stems warmer.
I've even thought about taking that foam insulation like you put on
Oh, yeah.
plumbing and
Wrapping the
it
stems?
and just wrapping the individual stems and then just mulching up around that.
That's a
It
good
would-
idea.
It would at least reduce the amount of freeze back anyway.
That's a
Yeah,
really good
Somebody
idea.
should try that. David?
I
David?
think about a lot of things that I don't actually execute.
Would the aesthetics committee and the Bates household,
Given
allow
the
you to-
time of year and the lack of frequency of visitation, I would say it might pass.
Okay, it might.
But
Okay.
I'll give you a definite maybe on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could use different color zip ties. It just, red, green, yellow, blue kind of thing. Like Christmas
We'll
tree.
make little
I
candy
know.
canes.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm a black zip tie.
Oh,
guy,
okay, okay.
I don't deviate from that typically.
Okay. Okay.
It'll look kind of like a spider or something. It'd be
Mhm.
spooky.
Now,
I say
hit
give
my-
it a try.
Every spring I hit mine with Supernatural, just boom, right on top.
Mm-hmm.
Every,
Never hurts.
Every year. So I mean,
And you can't over apply it.
no.
So come get some.
Yep.
I actually harvested my first fig yesterday. I've gotten one so far.
We've already
One.
put up. Dinah's making these little bitty jars this year. We've got 2 batches already. in, so-
And whenever you have the rare year, we have a mild winter that it don't get killed back, you get 2 productions. You get that early one off the old wood, which is the best one. I mean, you'll get, it's just amazing how many you get off those. But that's a rare occurrence unless you take some really, you almost have to build a greenhouse structure over the entirety of the plant to keep it from
Mhm.
experiencing those temperatures. So most people are not going to do that.
No.
And I'm one of those most people.
Hey, Joyce is asking, when are we going to see that new landscape, David?
Perhaps as soon as next week.
Oh, I know we're all dying to see it.
David, you had a friend of yours come out the other day, or I guess someone that lives in your neighborhood, and he was talking about your landscape, and he bought some plants from us. We walked around, I tagged a bunch of stuff for him, and he was like, looking real good out there at the Bates house.
Well, we only had one direction to go. We had black plastic down over
That's
most
all-
of the
anything's
yard
in-
area.
He mentioned that, by the way.
Everybody did. Hey,
Yeah.
it's looking great compared to what it was.
Yeah.
Yes, we needed to eradicate Bermuda grass, so we spent a couple of months under
Yes.
black poly, and it was effective.
Mm-hmm. It is very effective.
Yeah, but he had lots of good things to say about the landscape. So I'm eager to see the picture too, Joyce.
Yeah. So next week,
We're all waiting, David.
fingers crossed.
Okay.
Just get Renee to do it. Renee will take
Renee,
great pictures,
well,
I'm
she-
sure.
She's probably got some already. I
Yeah.
just forget to take them.
Renee, just go ahead and email them to us.
Yeah, come
send
on.
Them send them on to Tyler.
Uh-huh.
All right. Couple more questions. Can I cut back a white pine that's gotten too tall?
You can.
You can. You don't really
Need
cut back
firewood?
pines all that much. I mean, what's going to happen if you top your pine? Like, what's going to happen? It's going to send at least 2, maybe 3 even main leaders that are going to go up and get right just as tall as they were.
And
Okay,
as
so
they
do you
s-
want that? I mean, we don't. Pines are one of those specific plants that like really don't lose their main leader. There's hardly any deciduous tree out there that's going to keep that same leader all the way up. Pines are different with that. That's why they're used as timber trees so much. They
Yes.
are long, single sticks of wood, pretty much. So we don't generally top them out if they've gotten too tall. It's I hate to say this, but I mean, if the white pine's not where it should be, you might need to either move it or just get rid
They
of the
grow
white
fast.
pine.
And as they say in Sequatchie County, when that phenomenon occurs, that the white pine is forked.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
It's got a fork.
Careful
in
with
it.
your.
Uh-huh.
Careful
Yeah,
with your
it's got a
language.
fork in it.
Yeah.
That's the way
They're
that is.
so
And-
pretty when you top them too.
You know, the
Yeah, no.
real way to do that, but you have to do this all along, is to, they'll put out these candles,
Mhm.
and if you'll pinch out the middle one, and it takes quite a bit of time, and your
Yes.
fingers get really sticky with pine resin.
Yeah.
But the resulting growth that comes out of it, I mean, they'll be thick, and it won't keep them from getting tall, but it will keep them nice and thick. So
They
you'll
don't
have-
look like bonsai when you trim them.
No.
Mm-mm.
Don't do it. Don't.
It might be kind of interesting.
Yeah, they're like silly fuzzy mushrooms. I mean, they're really
Well,
crazy.
David is right though too.
Yeah.
Like whenever you see a white pine naturally that just kind of pops up, it's fairly thin and spindly, and it grows tall, and that's what it does. Now, when we get them in, say for Christmas time to plant as a living Christmas tree, they are super tight, dense, fluffy guys, but they still have that main leader.
But
But
they've
they've been
also-
sheared
yes.
on the sides as the years have gone on to fluff them out. But no topping has ever really been done on those. So I don't really recommend that. I think, like you said, Josh, it's going to look rough first off, and then it's going to do things you probably don't want it to do.
I don't think I've ever seen one that I've seen this done, and they never get back to where you want them to be.
Yeah.
So
You'd have to top it and then let it flush and then selectively remove the non-dominant leaders.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could get it close. But even
Yeah.
at that, it's
Yeah. So it can be done, but we don't really. I don't know. I'm not feeling that look.
It can, but it's not going to look great.
Yeah, I don't think so.
fuzzy
Well, if you do
mushroom.
it, send us photos. We want
Yes.
to
they
see.
look
There
a
you
little
go.
blunted.
We won't make fun of you.
Never.
much.
I don't believe Josh for 1 second.
Would I lie to you?
Never.
Nah.
Never.
Ask my daughters.
All right. How can I tell when it's time to harvest my pumpkins?
Well, when they look good to you, pretty much. I mean, I don't know if you're eating your pumpkins or not, but I mean, we all kind of know what a pumpkin looks like whenever it's finished. I mean, it's got really good, rich orange color, and it's nice and firm, not mushy. That's pretty much the time to use
Yeah.
it in your.
Huh.
And the stem turns brown or starts turning brown. So,
Yeah.
the energy stops flowing into it. And this is the time of year, and it's largely a day length based phenomenon when the days get shorter, and now they're going to continue to get shorter. It's pretty much time.
Pretty
whenever
much
you get
time.
ready.
I mean, yeah, the professionals right now around town, y'all, they're harvesting their pumpkins. So I
Yep.
mean,
See?
look at all these ones we brought in the
Wow.
room
So
The
today.
longer you
even-
lead them out there, the deer are going to get them.
So what you can say is that the amateurs can also
That's right.
do it now.
That's
Time
right.
to
Have
harvest.
to be a
It's time.
professional.
If I know we talked about it already, but just so you don't miss it,
What's that?
if you haven't seen Austin's pumpkin video that Tyler made yesterday, head to the Bates Instagram or Facebook. Or Tyler, can we
It's-
put it up?
I'm trying, but I don't think I can get a video with audio right now. I haven't
Okay.
actually figured that part out. I need to go do that.
But
You
you can
do.
come and see the film location
You
from
can.
where it was done, right here. at Bates Nursery and Garden
That's
Center.
right. So why don't we just give a moment to that?
Okay.
Let me get my cursor in the right spot where I can get the browser clicked up here.
Cursor.
And there it is.
Oh.
Hey, we're on the map. That's what the website says. You can view a print of them. And we are a Nashville tradition. My grandmother right there started this whole endeavor back in 1932. So 93 years ago, she had an idea that, well, we've worked with it over the years. We've kind of grown it to something that I don't think she ever had visions of, but she had a lot of vision. And the main thing her vision is about, we have not deviated from, is having the best selection of the best plants and being able to have relatable people to help you get information that you can actually use in your particular landscape situation. And it is so free. I mean, there's a lot of places to buy plants, but in order to get the right plants in the right place the first time, it takes a little bit of investigation. And if you bring your tablet out here or your phone with photographs of your particular landscape situation, we will help you figure out the best choices that you can utilize for your specific spot. We don't do anything else. This is it. And we're only too happy to provide you with the information. We're not here. I mean, we sell stuff, admittedly, but we're here to mainly help you. And when we help you, you're going to make choices that you're happy with and that are going to be productive for years to come. So we invite you to come out and see us. The studio here is kind of reflective of what it looks like down in the flat top, what used to be the flat top greenhouse area. Dating myself again. It no longer has a flat roof on it, but we are stocked up on pansies and all other things that are great for fall color in annual nature. You really should. It's a beautiful sight. Janet and the whole team down there does a great job. You step back just a couple of feet and you're in the perennial area where Bridget and Celeste masterfully keep that whole section organized and stocked. And then you've got the whole rest of the lot. And we have everything.
That's a lot on the lot.
There's a lot on the lot, including one of another of Bridget's passion areas or the grasses. And she's a prairie girl by nature.
I heard there's a secret spot that Austin keeps stuff too. You got to see him to get out there to the sea.
We
don't
can't
talk about it.
Don't tell them that.
No, we do not talk about that. So anyway,
Not the secret spot.
come out and see us. We are conveniently located 1 mile north of Briley Parkway at exit 19 on Whites Creek Pike, which is just minutes from, Rivergate, Opry Mills, Nashville West, downtown Nashville. And I promise you this, no matter where you're coming from, it is worth the drive. We have folks come from far and wide and do us the courtesy of doing business with us. We're only too appreciative of that. We invite you to come out and see what makes Bates Nursery different and what makes us stand out from what others do. So, Bates Nursery and Garden Center, beautifying Nashville since 1932. And thank you for giving us a couple of minutes here to discuss that and to help you with your gardening efforts.
Very good.
Very good.
Amazing.
All right.
Wonderful.
What's in room with Caroline?
Well, that was abrupt.
That was. Wow.
Perfect
Tyler's
timing.
on it this morning.
It was
Perfect
commanding.
All right, so let's talk what Austin brought in room today because I was gone yesterday. So in the corners, we've talked about it a little bit. This is going to be a great fall blooming plant. And in our office, shout out to Anne. This is one of her favorite things to grow. If you go on the Bates website and look at the photo that we have, it's actually a picture of hers and her garden. So this is going to be Lespedeza. Wow.
Right behind you there, all encompassing.
Look at it.
I wanted to give a quick tip. I mean, a tip that I heard from Ann yesterday, and this is for all the beekeepers out there. This is a good way to extend that flower season into the fall for your bees. Ann said this was great for that. A lot of the beekeepers love it. So if you need something to extend those flowers, this could work for you.
There you go. I don't have one. Every year I see them bloom and I forget about them. I see them bloom and I'm like, man, I do need to get one.
They're pretty.
Absolutely
Probably not going to do it
gorgeous.
this year because I got too much. But yeah, that is stunning. The way it spills over. I mean, she's got it in front of a fence or I guess behind, and it It grows over that fence.
Does a sudden rains push it down?
I don't know. Seems like it might.
It stands
but,
back up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
I've never observed that.
Yeah, it doesn't have large enough foliage or flowers to really get beat down too much. It kind of splays.
Yeah.
is
What's
what
a
I would-
bunch of sticks in there?
Yeah.
A bunch of sticks in there. That's right. Very
It is a
sticky plant.
Bushy bush.
And then underneath the TV, we've got smoke signal little blue stem.
Yeah.
There it is. So it kind of blends in with the wall. I used to be the biggest fan of switchgrass, which I still am, but I've gone more over towards Team Blue Stem. I'm a big fan with
Well,
the little.
you can only be one biggest if you're, and clearly Bridget, Austin might even be above you in that as far as the biggest fan. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe, perhaps. But with little blue stem, it's the grass itself stays shorter, but then the bloom spikes grow very, very tall. And it's almost like it has a second growth of just the grass itself because it's so tight and still compact, but you can kind of see through it when it blooms. And then all those little birds are going to flock to it in the fall and the winter. Very good plant to add to your landscaping. Good little native. And then Austin brought in 2 little mixed containers that the greenhouse staff has made. Shout out to Morgan, everybody back there, Janet, Michelle, Ray. So they have been on it with making these cute little mixed containers.
Glad to have Ray back, by the way.
Yeah, Ray is fantastic. These aren't actually planted in here, so you can buy it. You can then plant it up yourself, or you could just keep them in their individual pots in these adorable wooden planters that we have that are great for fall to just set on your front porch, set on your back porch to welcome all of your guests. And then under the TV, we had to bring in a mum. I mean, come on. The greenhouse is full. They're starting to pop. We get a little peek of that one. This one is giant. You can see it on either side of our feature plant.
Austin and I already can't see each other directly, but if we'd put the mum up there, I wouldn't be able to see you.
You wouldn't
either,
be able to see
Carol.
anything.
Uh-uh.
Yeah. It would all be blocked. It is. Our mums this year are gorgeous. I mean, just like the pumpkins. And then let's go ahead and move down to what we have in front of us. Austin brought some roses in because they are showing off right now. I think we just got these in. Are these easy beasy?
Easy beasy. Isn't that hilarious?
That is so cute because they're yellow. Oh,
It is a knockout, by the way. It's yeah.
And they've really done a great job of selecting cultivars that are much better. The earlier knockout yellows,
not so good.
not so much.
great.
They really were barely yellow.
Yeah.
They were yellow when they were in bud. So these are outstanding
Well,
compared.
this one's got a yellow, and then right beside it is a white. Do they start yellow and then go to the white?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yep.
They
Exactly.
used to start white and finish white.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, all the buds are really, really yellow. Then it goes to that flower, and then it fades to white. But really pretty.
Very cute.
Awesome.
And then pansies. He just
Hey.
brought a selection of pansies in. Y'all, it's time to get them. The greenhouse is full. Austin hasn't gotten his yet, but
Nope.
maybe is going to do it today. I know I have mine planted. So it's time,
Halfway.
everybody. Halfway. Thank you,
That's
David.
UT
Halfway
orange in
planted.
there. There we go.
And then pumpkins. We got in so many pumpkins this year, and it's a really, really good crop this year. Last year, not saying it was bad, it wasn't bad, but it just wasn't as good as this year because we had had so much rain. So I think with the dryness, there's not a lot of rot going on with pumpkins, so we got more, and they just look fantastic.
We did have a lot
I know,
that
words.
did not blast on the display till we could,
Yeah.
and so this year the weather has certainly worked, particularly in the final formative stages of the fruit. They have certainly formed up well this year, and they're
Yes,
very
they have.
firm.
So come pick out your pumpkins and also watch Austin's video before you come out.
And gourds.
Yeah.
And then let's move to our feature plant. What do we have on the hot plate this morning? We've got a hardy begonia. Y'all, have you even heard of this before? Perhaps because we've talked about it once before on this show, but it's been a minute.
Yep.
We don't get this in all the time, but we recently got it in, I believe, last week. So this is in our shade perennial area with Celeste, who is overseeing it, taking care of it. She's actually got this in her displays because it's gorgeous and blooming. So this is something that you can add to your shade beds. I went to Kentucky and went into this little butterfly greenhouse, and this was popping up everywhere. So it will reseed and it'll come up, but I'm sure it's easy to control. And it's just such an unusual looking plant for here in Middle Tennessee that you don't see a lot. Austin's, what were you saying?
The underside of the leaf is red.
It's red. Mm-hmm.
And what I particularly like about it, as far as its overall growth habit, is its ability to really stand up tall and erect and not flop and not stretch, even in a shade environment. So they're a really wonderful plant.
Mm-hmm. Very pretty. And your mother-in-law has had one for a couple of years, right?
Yeah. Shout out, Patty. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, hers keeps coming back, and
Is it
it's
getting
been
bigger?
Yeah, it's getting a little bit bigger every year, and it's just really pretty. I mean, it's in full bloom right now. Like really nice.
Yeah.
It's not a native, but it's non-invasive or
No.
minimally.
Minimally invasive.
If you just don't do anything for a decade, it's going to reseed and spread some. But any maintenance on it at all will keep it easily in check.
That's right. I bought one last year and then forgot about it and didn't plant it, and it died on my driveway. So that's why I'm getting better at planting all my plants or sticking them in a kiddie pool. But that's what we had in room today. So thank you, Austin, for decorating. Good work.
Thanks for
Beautiful.
giving us the tour. You did
You're
great.
very
Thank you.
welcome. All right, so we do have quite a few photos. So let's go ahead and get to those. Can we start with Essence?
Yes.
All right, Herbal Essence. Let's put this up. Y'all, I was unbelievably giddy to find a monarch caterpillar in my garden. I got to video him throwing his legs off as he finished his chrysalis. Oh my gosh. Truly the best compliment I could get from nature. That a beautiful insect could make its amazing transition and feel safe in my garden. Thank you, Bates, for helping me have so much biodiversity. It brings me so much joy.
He's on cherry tomato.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Throw
That's
those
cool.
eggs in.
So I have
those legs in the
noticed
woods.
that they will move off milkweed when they go to form chrysalis, because I have had so many monarch caterpillars and then there's no chrysalis on the plant, but I find them on my other plants throughout my bed. But
They're done eating at that point anyway.
yeah, they're
so.
done. Monarchs are going crazy right now. I've had to buy 3 new big swamp milkweed to feed mine because they have eaten all of mine, and I have a lot. They have just stripped it. But a lot of my friends also around town are searching for milkweed. They're asking on Facebook if anybody has any they could donate, because the monarch caterpillars are going insane right now.
Oh, I was just about to say, I'm so glad that we're starting to make that transition to a different thought of gardening. Okay. And I'm starting to see it with a lot of people, especially with caterpillars, insects, people are starting to realize that those larvae are what's making these pretty butterflies and keeping the ecosystem healthy and all of that. Well, that takes larvae to eat some of your leaves on your plants. Like it's part of it.
They
But
are
we're starting to see
sacrificial
that.
leaves in this situation.
Exactly. And Essence is totally on board with this, and she sees it. She's getting to see this in her garden. And yeah, does her milkweed not have hardly any leaves? Probably. But she's got that monarch butterfly going on. So like I'm glad we're making that instead of just, I see a few chomps in my leaf, I need to spray it with something. Where's that 7 dust? Like, don't just go straight to your insecticides, y'all. Let's think about it.
Let's think about it. Let's leave them. But I mean, compared to last year, I saw 0 monarchs. I saw no caterpillars in my garden. And like I said, I have tons of milkweed, swamp milkweed planted everywhere. And this year, I mean, I can't keep enough of the plant in stock in my bed because it's just like a little buffet for all of them.
There was a guest yesterday that came out. He's one of the rose guys that we have. He's got something like 200 roses in his garden, but he also has a lot of milkweed. He came out for an extra milkweed yesterday because it's the exact same thing you're talking about. He was like, I've got to feed the monarchs. My God, there's too many.
I know, you get kind of panicky because
Yeah.
you're like, they're not
There's
going to have
not
any
enough
food.
food.
Oh my gosh.
Let 'em roll.
So there you go. Plant more milkweed than you think you would.
Well, hopefully there's some back there because I do need to buy another one to bring home. And then our next photo comes from Joyce, who says, no pansies for me.
Surprise, surprise, Joyce. Yeah, I didn't see any pansies on your cart yesterday.
And then
But-
Joyce says,
Whoa.
I wanted something different for my 3 deck containers. These Hicksue, Blue Star Juniper, Little Blue Stem, and 2 Sedum will make it through the fall and winter and can be planted in the ground come spring.
Great.
More expensive than pansies, but hopefully more permanent. So yes, Joyce, that's kind of where I go with some of my mixed containers. We had some upright Japanese yew that were in small 1-gallon containers, and I bought 2. So I'm going to redo my heuchera container, put it in some bigger planters, which I have not done yet. But adding some conifers or something evergreen into your mixed containers that you can then plant in the ground is a great idea.
It's the way to go. And Joyce bought the same, not the exact same crop, but she bought the 1-gallon Hicks yew that's upright. Y'all, we got some little 1-gallons that are fairly cheap right now that are coming in like pretty tall. And like Joyce used that for her kind of start to her mixed container. And that's a good choice. It's a really easy plant to grow first off, purely evergreen, and it bounces off things well. So that's a really beautiful mixed container. Even if there's not pansies in it, Joyce, I'm still proud of you and happy with
and that's
you.
big coming from Austin.
True.
Wow.
And with yews, I bought those 1-gallon, a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago, and I haven't watered them, and they are still green, looking fantastic. So
They don't
that
care.
plant can take some drought.
Yeah.
Yes.
It will be just fine.
They hate it wet, but they're okay with dry.
That's right.
Hey, Sandy on the Bates page, tell me the name of that plant again. Which one?
Which one's
Which one? Give us.
Lespedeza
Yeah, get it in.
or hardy
Hardy
begonia.
begonia.
She said the last one that was displayed. That would be the hardy
Hardy
begonia.
begonia.
Hardy begonia.
And we've got them back in our shade perennial department. So come on. We'll get to
Gorgeous.
see you today.
Absolutely gorgeous, Sam.
It really is.
And then we've got some photos from Emily Boyd.
Emily.
Emily says, team, Austin and Caroline's green room ferns and coral bells last week were inspiration for my fall pots. I mixed them with asters and pansies for something other than my usual mums. Of course, I had to put a hosta in one. Thanks for the idea, Emily Boyd.
Oh, thanks,
I
Emily.
love that. The purples and the greens.
That is nice. That's
yeah.
a pretty aster. Man, that thing is just covered.
Oh,
Hey!
and there's a warm one with
I
some
like that.
heuchera. Emily
like that.
Boyd. That is fantastic.
Emily's container game is on point. Y'all, you need some tips on containers? Talk to Emily. She's got it.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
Go find Emily. Emily, come visit and make some more mixed containers so we
You can make them up for us.
Yeah, we'll you can make them up for us.
You can clock
Bring
in.
us a mixed container, Emily.
Yeah.
We sure could use it. But all of those photos were exciting and fantastic. Essence, congratulations on your monarch babies. It is so exciting to find them. I go check on mine a couple times a day, and my husband is always like, are you down in the garden looking at your caterpillars? Absolutely. I could just sit there and stare at them for hours.
Yes.
And sometimes I do.
Yeah. Essence, eat that little tomato too.
Yeah.
That little tomato needed to be eaten.
Yeah. Get it, Essence. Get you a little snack. All right. So let's get to a couple more questions, I guess.
All right.
I do have some photos to share.
All
Throw it
right.
up there, TY.
I'm gonna go. I decided I'm gonna just start with where I started with my trip was with Seattle, and right across from where I was staying.
Wow.
Oh, Tyler.
Austin
right across
just
from
died.
where I was
Why have
staying.
you not showed me this
Yeah.
until now?
Why did you not send this
Surprise,
immediately?
surprise.
My heart's racing.
Yeah, so that's the needle, the Space Needle in Seattle. And where am I standing? A parking garage. It's at the very top of a parking garage. There is a community garden that was
Yeah.
established. It's official. It's got great signage. It's taking up only half of this massive space on top of it. But it was directly across from the hotel I stayed at, the Maxwell Hotel. And look at those dahlias.
Unbelievable.
And there's more. Look at that thistle.
Yep. That's a good blue.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Those dahlias on the left are so cute. Look at
Those
that
are-
popping up.
Like perfect.
And so later on in the day, we went to Pike Place Market. And there were flowers galore here.
Oh,
Just as far as you can see. And also behind me too, stretching, just fresh flowers. Gorgeous. And then on the right here, this was down at the waterfront. This has just recently been commemorated and opened. It used to be a double-decker freeway. And what has been replaced? A lovely strip of planted plants just getting established. And also, if you see that little pathway, that is a little 2-lane bike road that is next to the regular road down there. So you can bike all the way down this boulevard of flowers.
that's pretty. That's a pretty Hinoki cypress right there in the middle of it too.
Is.
Yeah.
That's a nice one there.
Mm-hmm.
And because this area is so good for flower production, we encountered many roadside stands where there were just free flowers. Beautiful dahlias, all different kinds, colors, just sitting in a cart by the road for free. Nobody there. You could just take some and have a little bouquet. It was so sweet.
That is sweet.
So
I like that.
Pretty nice.
that's one little segment.
Good job, Tyler.
Beautiful.
That was beautiful.
I'll talk more next week and show
He's
more.
going to continue this.
Hey,
It was 10 days.
If you get time to get that one photo that I sent you.
Absolutely, David. Here it is.
And this is the conjunction between the crescent moon. This is yesterday.
Wow.
Of course, the conjunction with phone lines or power lines also. Venus just to the right. And then there's a third object out there that was not detectable by the human eye because that is the star Regulus, which is about 79 light years away.
Regulus Black.
It's regular. No,
Regulus?
it's a Regulus. What is this?
Regulus. Regulus.
Anyway,
Regulus Gaiacus.
it's a
Well, Sirius's brother, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Venus. They both come from way out there.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's Venus is 100 times brighter than Regulus, so you couldn't see it with the naked eye. I did not know I was taking a picture of that object. It's in the top 25 brightest stars, but not in the pre-dawn hours. You could see at the bottom of the frame, the sky was already illuminating. So anyway, those of you who are early risers, You got to see that yesterday. It was really I had to stop and
whoa.
I had to stop and take the picture.
Yeah.
I had to. I've got to do this.
It was a good picture. Really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was real cool and pretty.
Mm-hmm.
So hope you got to see it.
Looks like we'll see Debbie today because she's going to come get some hardy begonias.
Oh,
Debbie.
nice.
Come on out, Deb. We'll be here.
How do you get rid of Johnson grass growing in around raised beds and invaded 2 of them? Oh, good
Get
luck.
that shovel.
Mhm.
Get
Yes.
to work.
Start
Yep.
digging.
Get
Start
to
digging.
work.
Alrighty, folks. Music means that this edition of Gardening Inside Out is coming to a close, but we're not.
It has come to a close.
No, it's not closed yet.
Oh, okay.
It's getting close to
It's
being
coming.
closed. Yes, it is. But next Saturday, we'll come to you here again from Bates Nursery and Garden Center in the Palatial Green Room
Absolutely.
Studios. There'll be a new display.
Yeah, it'll be
Awesome.
all different stuff.
Come on out to the nursery.
Maybe some the same. I don't know.
I don't know. Could be. We don't do it anyway, so yeah, we just enjoy
You
it.
got to tune in to find out.
We'll take
We
care
hope-
of it.
Yeah, we hope you enjoy it as well. Hey, like, subscribe, share it, all socials. Watch out for the podcast midweek and David's newsletter on Thursday.
Actually, that's-
and Sarah's. newsletter.
It's all Sarah's now.
Oh, cool. See you next
Good
Saturday.
job, Sarah.
Mm-hmm.